Example 5. Manual or automatic operation sensibly configured. Welcome to the fifth example of applications for sun protection actuators. This time, the topic is configuring manual or automatic operation sensibly. In this training module, you will learn how to distinguish between manual and automatic operation of a sun protection actuator, what it is useful for, and how to configure it. Initial situation. An automatic blind system in conjunction with a weather central is installed. It controls height and slat position in automatic mode depending on the position and intensity of the sun. The question is, how can it be achieved that manual overrides, all types, 1-bit, 8-bit, or scene, remain effective until the user either cancels it, switching back to automatic mode, or leaves the room so that the automatic mode is activated again? First, we look at the configuration of the actuator channel. The N543 has separate parameters for manual and automatic operation. For manual control, manual operation is first enabled via functions and objects. This enables the two 1-bit objects for up-down and step-stop in the minimum case. In addition, the percentage objects for direct positioning can be activated as well as the object for manual central control. All manual objects have priority over the automatic objects. If they are activated, the operating mode changes to manual mode. If the 8-bit objects were connected to the weather central in this configuration, manual control and facade automation would have equal rights. As soon as the weather central sends new telegrams for positioning, a previously made manual control would be undone. For this reason, the parameter for enabling automatic operation is located further down. This means that two new 8-bit objects are now displayed in the minimum case. If these are connected to the weather central, it only has an effect on the control in the operating mode automatic. The automatic mode itself now has further options. The object sunshine becomes important in connection with the weather central AP25722. This object is basically identical with the limit value indicator sun yes-no, but related to the facade angle. Only if the sun shines on the respective facade, the object is set to 1 and the associated action takes place. And only in this case does the actuator react at all to the 8-bit automatic commands. The two options of the sunshine object must correspond exactly with the weather central settings. The following applies. Sun protection down and execute automatic commands must be used for sun tracking control of the slats, as only slat setting commands are sent here. These settings can also be combined with shadow edge tracking. These are only setting commands for the blind height. The second option, execute automatic commands and move to stored position, only makes sense with the aforementioned combination, as the stored position initially represents the last available control of height and slat angle via the two 8-bit automatic objects. Subsequently, the weather station must always update both objects. Also, for the opposite case, sunshine off, there are two options. Either ignore automatic commands or the same function plus move up. The latter is necessary if there are no further controls for the actuator after the sun has disappeared, but the blinds should not remain in whichever position. By the way, sunshine off does not end the automatic mode. Also note, the possibility of scene control mentioned at the beginning counts as manual operation. As soon as one of the parameterized scenes of the channel is triggered, it switches to manual mode. You can learn more about the properties of the two central objects, manual and automatic, in another training module. In the current example, how does the switch back to automatic mode finally take place? Well, that's what the automatic object is for. The user can operate this either via a manual entry, for example push button or control panel, or via a presence detector in the room which activates the automatic function again after leaving the room. You have now reached the end of this training module. You are now familiar with the most important settings relating to manual, automatic mode, differentiation in connection with weather centers. Next, we deal with the topic Scene Configuration. Stay tuned.